It's Miss Allen again, and I am back to tell you about another animal group, and today we are going to learn about reptiles. Reptiles have thick, scaly skin. They hatch from eggs. They shed their skin in one big layer. They're cold-blooded, which means they have to get in the shade or get out in the sun to change their body temperature. Some examples we have are turtles, skinks, tortoises, chameleons, snakes, geckos, lizards, and the ones we are going to learn about next are crocodiles and alligators. Now, I have a question. Did you guys know that crocodiles and alligators can sing? Just listen. Now, I think that deserves a round of applause. Okay, so they don't actually sing, but they hold their mouth open like that to regulate their body temperature. So whenever they get too hot, they open their mouth and heat goes out of their mouth. So like we sweat, they hold their mouth open to let heat out. So we're going to learn a little bit about alligators and crocodiles now.
What two cold-blooded creatures have scaly skin, are top predators, and live on every continent except Antarctica and Europe? Need a couple more hints? They're both reptiles, with 23 different species in the world. And they both often suffer from a case of mistaken identity. Give up? They're alligators and crocodiles. These two may have some obvious similarities, but their differences are a little harder to spot, especially since gators and crocs are close relatives. Here are a few different characteristics to help you tell them apart. Their snouts. Crocodiles are larger in size and have a more pointed V-shaped snout, while alligators are smaller and have a wider U-shaped snout. Since we're talking about their massive mouths, what about their teeth? Crocs flash a toothy grin, even when their mouths are shut. But gators sometimes keep their lower chompers hidden. And an even easier and safer way to tell them apart from a distance is their skin color. Gators are darker gray or black, and crocs are olive green or tan. And last, but not least, they differ in their big bad attitudes. Crocodiles are much more aggressive than alligators. A croc's bite force is almost the same as a great white shark. Now that's an animal you don't want to cross. These two giant reptiles may not be exactly alike, but they both are powerful predators. So it's best not to meet up with either one in the wild. But if you do, take a look and get out of their way.
Alright, so I hope you guys learned some things from that video. So they look very similar, but there are differences to tell them apart. So I'm going to show you some pictures now so you can see that a little bit better. As you can see here, we've got the alligator, and they only have their front teeth showing, whereas the crocodile has their top and bottom teeth showing, because she said that they have a toothier smile. Again, we've got the alligator and the crocodile, and you can tell a little bit of a slight difference in their coloration here, but you can see their teeth in that last picture. And I tried to pick some good pictures to show you their snout. So an alligator has a U-shaped snout, and I like these pictures because they have their mouths open again. Are they singing or cooling off? And here we have crocodiles. You can see that they have a V-shaped snout, and their eyes look so much different than humans. They have just like a small little slit for their pupil. And once again, you can see their toothy smile and the V-shaped snout for the crocodile. Now we're going to show you how moms take care of their babies.
For 3 long months, she protected her eggs day and night as she waited for this moment. Now, she meets her babies for the first time. are delicate and vulnerable. But they are not safe here. She must get them to water. Her solution is extraordinary. Despite having the most powerful bite in nature, she carefully gathers them in a throat pouch beneath a stockade of deadly teeth. She is as gentle as a croc could ever be. She won't leave any behind.
Would you guys want to be inside a crocodile's mouth? I know I wouldn't. I think that'd be really scary. But she has no hands. She's not like a human. So she has to scoop her babies up into her mouth to carry them to safety. Now one more. Have to show you a cute picture of a baby. And he's saying bye because we are moving on to a different type of animal. Now, I have never been on a hike around here and seen an alligator or crocodile. Thank goodness. But if you go out to somewhere like Jim Edgar, you might see some reptiles while you are out there. One type that you might see is a ornate box turtle. So they can pull their head and their legs and their tail all inside of their shell. They need lots of water and they love to eat bugs. And they are found in North America. So this is a map of the world, and North America is the gray part. And if you take out the United States out of North America, you can see that we live right here in Illinois, where there are lots of box turtles. So I was on my way out to Jim Edgar Panther Creek when I saw this poor guy in the road. So I parked my vehicle and I went back down and I picked him up so I could move him to safety so another car didn't hit him. Then I also got a picture of the top of his shell where you can see it's kind of a black, dark brown color with these yellowy orange stripes in that specific pattern. And I tried to get a picture of his head and his two front legs pulled into his shell. And here is a video. See look how small he is in my hand. And I put him out of the road and into that grassy area so another car didn't hit him. But I made sure there was no traffic and I got off to the side of the road. So you guys shouldn't go out into the road without a parent. Another type of turtle that's common in Illinois are the painted turtles. Look how small that guy is in his hand. I had a friend send me these. There's another picture, and here you can clearly see the yellow lines on his face and neck. Here's a picture of the front of him. Here's a good picture. You can see his hand, and he's got little claws sticking out there. And then here is a picture of an adult painted turtle. Something cool about painted turtles is you can count the rings on them like you can a tree to figure out how old it is. Because it's not like you can go up to a turtle and ask him how old he is. And I thought this was amazing. Painted turtles hibernate, which we learned about that with bears. They sleep through the winter at the bottom of a pond and they hold their breath all winter long. I can barely hold my breath for 30 seconds, let alone all winter, and that's what these painted turtles do. And here is a video of that baby painted turtle that my friend had. You can see his tail in the back and his legs, and he's crawling around. I just can't get over how small he is in his hand. And we have one more reptile we are going to learn about. Snakes. This is actually a picture of a garter snake I saw when I was out at the Emiquon Reserve outside of Havana. They are most common, or they are very common in North America. And have you guys ever been outside and you smell a skunk? Well, garter snakes, when they're afraid, if they have a predator coming after them, they give off a bad smell like a skunk. And I thought that was very interesting that they can defend themselves in that way. Here's a good picture of a garter snake and the lines on their back. And then I also put this picture here of the garter snake's tongue because it has a red and black tongue. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the reptiles you might see if you are ever out in nature this summer. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about reptiles. I hope it wasn't too creepy. Hope you didn't get too scared. And as always, I wanted to say thank you for watching.